Jokers. Okay, so this episode, I think I'm just gonna talk about two topics, just to keep it short. The first one I want to talk about is about the occupation of Wall Street in New York. As everybody knows, it's going on as we speak. It has been going on for about 2 weeks. And then the other topic, gonna be kind of weird. How can I say this? I'm going to talk about if it's gay in a homosexual way, if your partner wants to penetrate you with a toy. So if a girlfriend wants to penetrate her boyfriend with a toy, if that's gay or not. Alright, so the first topic, like I said, is about the occupation in Wall Street in New York. And I just want to say that it's about damn time that a group of people stood up against Wall Street. And as everybody knows, Wall Street is where the decisions are made about our economy. It's like Michael Moore said once in one of his documentaries, Wall Street has become like a big casino where the top 1% of the population decides about the economy for the rest of the 99% of people. And you know, being how the economy is, you know, the rich keeps getting richer and the poor keep getting poor. It's about time that people stand up. Now, I mean, the only thing I could say that's bad about it is that there's so many groups out there, and they all had different demands. And unfortunately, you know, just because you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people over there, if everybody has a different demand, that's not gonna help. There needs to be more of a unity between all these different groups over there. But you know, it's a start. I sure hope that more people end up showing up, keeping this thing alive, to show that, you know, we're not gonna stand down to our demands. There's some people that have been criticizing this event. These people are doing it's within their right. It's in the First Amendment, like I said. It's time that we have a change here in the United States. We can no longer let capitalism and 1% that control everything or own everything to just use us for their convenience. Stand up. It's time to stand up. I personally believe we should stand up in open arms, but then again, I don't believe in violence. Unless they strike first, then we gotta strike back. Let's start taking over. Right now they're taking over the streets. Let's start taking over buildings. We all know that the police department over there basically is protecting the interests of the wealthy. They're not protecting the common man, because they're basically beating up the common man over there. A lot of protesters, peaceful protests, they're being pepper sprayed, they're being beaten. Who are they trying to protect? I mean, nobody's going into New York to start a fight. They're protecting the interests of the interests of the wealthy. So I hope everything that's being shown in the news, everything is an evidence for the rest of the world that, you know, that change is coming here in the United States. Alright, so my next topic came about having a conversation with one of my co-workers at my work, and he asked me, do you think if your girlfriend asked you to during sex, if she could penetrate you with a toy, would that make you gay? And that actually stopped me and made me think, and I came to a conclusion that no. Now, I have taken several psychology classes, several human sexuality classes in my community college and at the university. So my opinion is not coming from like, this is the first time I hear about that. Like I've taken classes about that kind of stuff. And I personally think that no, it does not make you gay or homosexual. To me, homosexual or gay means that you prefer the company of men. Men turn you on. You prefer to spend the rest of your life with another man. But if it's your girlfriend, I don't think so. It's it's a kinky idea, just like having anal sex to your girlfriend. No, I don't think having some sort of intercourse or your girlfriend penetrating their boyfriend with an object or a toy or whatever, I don't think that makes them gay. It makes them fun. They're experimenting. As we all know, or maybe a lot of people don't know, the male has the equivalent of the G spot for the females. The males is called the P spot. Some of you might be asking, well, what's the P spot? Okay, so the P actually stands for prostate. And the reason why some people might like it, some people might not like it, and this is actually from the textbook and from actually going up to my professor and asking him about the P spot. So what happened is that when a male gets penetrated, the prostate is actually right next to the rectum. So whenever the rectum gets penetrated, it kind of rubs against the prostate. And the prostate has its own nerve endings. And again, the prostate is an organ. So it has different kind of nerve endings. It's not like when you touch your skin, you have a certain feel when you touch your hair, or when somebody plays with your penis. It has different nerve endings, so it has a different sensation. So whenever the prostate gets stimulated, like I said, by the rubbing of the rectum being penetrated, it sends a signal to the brain. Now, like I said, not everybody, I mean, it's not like everybody gets to touch their organs every day, because we can't, unless you cut yourself and you purposely go and start touching your kidneys and whatever. We don't know how that feels to have an organ being stimulated or touched. So when the rectum being penetrated and is rubbing against the rectum, I mean the prostate, against the prostate, it sends a signal to the brain. And since it's a new signal, or a signal that rarely it's sent to the brain, we can either think, okay, that feels good, or it feels weird, I don't like it. It depends on the person. It's like when I go to the dentist and they're working on my gums or whatever, you know, some people might say, oh shit, that fucking pain, that hurts. But personally, when I go to the dentist, that feeling of pain or being drilled or whatever, it actually, to me, it feels good. So it depends on the person's brain sensibility and whatever. So that's why it's called a P spot. You know, some people might like it, some might don't. I personally haven't done that, no. But I'm sure there's a lot of people out there, a lot of couples that do that. I don't know. I personally don't know if that will be enjoyable or not. But yes, my conclusion is no. It doesn't make you gay if your girlfriend wants to penetrate you with one of her toys. Alright, so before I end this, I just want to bring something up that happened last week. So last week, for one of my classes, Art 198, the seminar, I ended up having to do a presentation on art project, on art piece, or something I've been doing related to my major or my art or whatever. So I decided to do it on my comic book, which I don't know if you guys know, but I do my own self-published comic books, and it's called Lalo's World. If you want more information about it, you can ask me on Facebook. I do sell them. I have boxes and boxes of them. Alright, so that's all I have for today. Please leave your feedback. Try to leave your feedback on my YouTube. If not, you know, continue leaving feedback on my Facebook. And that's it. Peace out. Till next week. the fuck is texting me?